Good morning. It's the 27th of April. It's about 6:30 in the morning. We've just left Oban Community Mooring Board, which is over there. Because today we're heading to CANNA. Currently under engine because we've only got 5 knots of wind, but it is due to fill in today. So we're hoping for some good sailing up the Mull and then out around Ardnamurchan Point, past Rum and into CANNA. That's the plan. The wind is starting to build. We've got the tide with us going up the Sound of Mull, which is great. All happy. So we've opted for a course between Ladies Rock and Lismore Lighthouse, of which there are some races, which you can probably see the dark water ahead. We have wind on our stern quarter, and the tide is going up the Mull.
We are currently heading into the Sound of Mull, and we are doing 6 and a bit knots. There's only 10 knots of wind, and it's behind us, so we'd only have about 4 in the sails, so we wouldn't make much progress. We're still motoring for the moment, but it's good progress. Chilly day though, chilly morning.
But what do we see today?
An otter by the boat. First thing, as we left the mooring at Oban, and we were going across to the pontoon fill up with water, I looked down and there was an otter swimming not 10 feet from the boat. Fantastic. Not much happening really. It's 8 o'clock in the morning now. We are just passing Fishnish Bay behind me, where we anchored the other night. We've got somewhere between 9 and 11 knots of wind dead behind us, so we've still got the engine on to make some progress, but it's all going well. The wind's filled in a bit. We've got that much wind, and the engine is now off. Head sail only, making really good speed on our course. Everything's great. We've gone back to our IMAX thermal kit today because it's a little below 10 degrees, and with 17-18 knots of wind it's pretty chilly out here, and it's still only early in the morning, 8:30, something like that. So we're waiting for maybe a bit of warmth to come into the day. Let's hope so, eh? Bit of an update. We've got about that much wind, 18, 19, 20. Nice little bit of wind. Sailing along, head sail only. We've gone past Tobermory, which is back behind the lighthouse over there, which is Rubenangal. And we're having a cracking sail.
Just leaving the Sound of Mull now. We've got probably anywhere between 20 and 23 knots of wind behind, which is really nice. Sea state is flat. We have a little swell, but the tide is still running out, so that's what's causing that. Still got head sail, full head sail out, and that there is Ardnamurchan Point. So once we round that, we'll see the lighthouse. Currently 22, 21 knots of wind, 20, 19, goes anywhere between sort of 19 and 23 at the minute. That's good. And we've had our first sighting of, oh yep, sorry about the microphone in the picture there. Guess what that is? Very shaky Ardnamurchan Lighthouse. Yay! Ardnamurchan Lighthouse. Many of you might have heard of it. As sailors, you'll have probably heard it on the shipping forecast and the inshore waters forecast. Ardnamurchan Point to Cape Wrath, or Mullakentyre to Ardnamurchan Point. There she is.
I think it's excellent. It's brilliant. Really excited to go around Ardnamurchan again. It's just, it's always a milestone. It's always, it always feels like an achievement.
Certainly is. And there's another little, ooh, happy face too.
As you can see, it's very, very flat out here today. I don't think there's anything over, I don't know, half a metre. It's great.
Conditions a little bit different now. The rain is still here. The sea is still quite flat, although when the tide has now changed. So we're going to have a little bit of wind over tide for a bit. That is rum. Canna's in the murky distance. Back to rum. Eigg. Eigg. And Muck. We're having a cracking sail, aren't we?
We're having an excellent sail. Winds are pretty steady around 17 to 22.
Nice. Just had some lunch. Cup of tea, chocolate biscuit. Yum yum. Off to Canna.
Well, conditions have changed a bit. We got about that much wind, 24, 25. We put a reef in the head sail. Can't really see it, it's a bit sploshy. Alison's giving it beans on the helm. Yeah, not far to go now. There's rum over there. Great stuff. So it looks a bit like this, not too bad. Seas are probably a metre-ish. Some of them are maybe a little bit bigger. Sounds a bit sounds a bit sploshy. Well, the wind's still blowing in the 20s. I've just come down below and make a cup of tea, because you've got to have a cup of tea when it's windy outside. Alison's on the helm, having a whale of a time out there, surfing down the waves at 8 knots, and I'm getting the kettle on, because it's a great idea, have a cup of tea. I think we're probably about, I don't know, maybe 6 miles away, so not long now. Fantastic, we're nearly at Canna. We have arrived.
We have arrived at Canna Harbour. It is about 2:45. We set off at about 6 o'clock this morning. The forecast was 50% chance of rain and no more than 20 knots. Shall we say it's rained all the way? We've got our full thermal gear on, and we've had force 6 gusting force 7. Up to about 28, 29 knots we've seen. So, yes! Say no more. Lovely flat seas, however. I mean, they were, they're a bit swelly in places, but it's to be expected when you've got wind like that. We had the tide with us, which was good, and we've safely arrived in Canna Harbour. We've tied up to a mooring ball. Here it is. It's fantastic.
It's still raining a bit, and I'll show you what you get when you turn up at the mooring buoys in Canna. Float with a pickup line, and you get this big thick rope here. Big thick rope all the way down to there. Never going anywhere, so you don't have to mess around trying to fiddle it through. It's really simple, it's great. It's a quick pan round, Over there is the ferry port, and you can take your dinghy out there as well, up on the slipway there. That's the entrance. That's Rum in the background. Old church. Some ruins. And all the way back round. Fantastic. I have to add that that island is actually Sanday. It's not Canna. They're joined by a bridge over the back there. That's Canna. As usual, information about the moorings will be in the description.